And it's going to be the Magic off the tip. A look at the opening lineup for the Orlando Magic. They've got Stephen Curry, Wembanyama out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then there's LeBron James, and it's Chamberlain in at the center position.
Sometimes it's impossible trying to contain LeBron. Have to settle for fouling him and hope that he misses.
Orlando shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line. And he hits the first of three. And he sinks the second. And he nails the third. And it's the Bulls with the ball. It's a three-point game. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Antetokounmpo. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Screen by O'Neal. Just three to shoot. Tipped. And here's Curry. Pass to Wembanyama. And it's good as he snugs it right through the net.
You know, it's hard to believe a guy over 7 feet is capable of moves like that. I mean, my goodness.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Pippen, pass to O'Neal. It's tipped. Here's Curry. James, outside. And it's off from three-point range.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Antetokounmpo finds Durant. Good. And Antetokounmpo gets the assist.
On the catch and shoot, Durant is so effective. You have to run him off his shot.
James, outside. They set the pick. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. Outside, SGA. Ball stolen. SGA against James. SGA with a steal. Out to the wing. Antetokounmpo against Leonard. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. Chicago shooting their first foul shot of the night.
Personal foul. First team foul. At the line for your Bulls, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Shooting.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
That one misses for Antetokounmpo.
And Giannis will just about do anything the coaching staff asks. A true team player.
And so it looks like it'll be Orlando's ball still. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Pass to Leonard. It's intercepted. Pippen outside. Over Leonard. Pippen, no good. Orlando leading by 3. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
I spoke with the Bulls head coach earlier. We talked about Victor Wembanyama and what he wants to see from his team defensively, and he said, I want to see us knock him off balance a little bit, be tough, physical. That's how you get into his head, and that's how you frustrate him. Expect to see a lot of defensive aggression against Wembanyama tonight. Brian, back to you.
Okay, thank you, Allie. Left side Durant. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
Watch how Durant disrupts the defense with the pick and roll, creating an opening for himself.
And here's Curry for 3. Knocks down the triple.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
The Bulls trail by 6. SGA looking around. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Back to SGA. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo. And that one goes in.
Yeah, total focus from Shea there. Ready to go off the feed.
51 seconds left in the first quarter. And the basket by Curry.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look.
Pass to Antetokounmpo. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. And again, it's Chicago.
Yeah, so skilled offensively. Getting the ball in his hands is generally a good idea.
8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. And there's a pick. He shoots it. And there are the Magic with another bucket.
Unfair. I mean, combining length and strength beautifully. LeBron can get his shot off pretty much whenever he wants to.
Outside, SGA. Beyond the arc. Again, SGA can't get it to go. And so it's LeBron James making things happen for the Magic. Hunting for opportunities, leading to 9 points in the quarter. Back after this. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. All right, guys, what do you think about the Magic here in this one?
Well, I'm really loving their activity. I mean, they're contesting shots. They've really set a strong tone early.
Yeah, well, the best way to get in the head of your opponent is through aggressive defense.
Shea Gilgeous-Alexander is out there with Giannis Antetokounmpo. Then there's Kevin Durant, and it's O'Neal in at center. That's the Bulls 5 as we get into the second quarter. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Antetokounmpo outside. And Gilgeous-Alexander gets it to go on the assist from Antetokounmpo.
Outside, inside, in between, it doesn't matter. SGA is lethal.
To the inside. Here's Chamberlain, and good, off the lead pass that time. Chamberlain's gotten his first points in this one.
Putting that pass right in his stride, didn't have to slow up, and was able to complete the play.
Antetokounmpo finds Durant. Screen by Antetokounmpo. The 3 is up. LeBron with the rebound. And so it's James with it. He brings it up for the Orlando Magic. 6-point lead. Right side Curry. Just 5 on the clock. The Magic need to put one up here. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, Stephen Curry is nearing the finish line. He said every year there's some new style, new energy coming through that challenges you. And seeing these young dudes come up and understanding how much talent there is, this is not going to be around forever. So enjoy every moment of it. Back to you.
Thanks a lot, Allie. Orlando with the ball. Following the bucket by the Bulls. In traffic, Curry puts it in.
Not afraid to mix it up inside. Curry is a crafty finisher.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Pippen. Off target from outside.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
James deciding where to go with it. From 7, takes a big high bounce and goes in. And now an 8-point Magic lead. James against Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. And a miss there on the triple.
That's exactly how you have to defend him on the perimeter. Can't allow any space.
Wembanyama against SGA. And there's the screen. Leonard for 3. Rebound by the Bulls. They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Puts up a 3. Drops in the 3. Pippen's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Well, clearly some sort of defensive breakdown there. He is not the kind of guy you give room to at the arc.
Back to Curry. 4 on the clock. The 3, James. O'Neal pulls it in. The Bulls trail by 5. Outside, SGA. Pass to Pippen. Fires the 3. Oh, my. Came close to a 4-point play. He'll head to the line for 3 free throws.
You know, not the smartest play a defender can make there.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Orlando.
Well, the way they've been attacking inside is phenomenal. Consistently getting high percentage looks, and that's what great offenses are all about.
And from the jump, they've also clearly been focused on running effective plays here tonight. And there's been a lot of high-quality distribution from them on the floor.
That one's off. He hits the second from the line. And he nails the third. 56 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Outside Curry. Outside for Wembanyama. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Curry. Wembanyama's got 5.
Scouts love this from Wembanyama. A big who can hit smooth three-point shots.
Pulls up. And the basket by Pippen. 36 seconds left in the first half. James outside.
Foul. Scottie Pippen. Second personal foul. First team foul.
And we've got 28 seconds left in the first half. Curry looking it over. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots over SGA. Chicago with a rebound.
Well, that wasn't a bad shot. Defense playing a little loose there. Sometimes it just doesn't go in.
Making it look easy inside. Durant. Here's James. With 1 on the clock. It's not going to go for him. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. Magic out in front, up by 2. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. You gotta like what we're seeing from LeBron James.
I'll tell you what, he's still working on his playmaking skills, but he's been tremendous so far in finding the open man.
Well, the way I see it, it's an added bonus. And you can see team chemistry really growing as a result of him racking up the assists.
So for Orlando right now, they've got James, Kawhi Leonard out there with Wembanyama. Then there's Stephen Curry, and it's Chamberlain in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. They get it back. Here's Pippen. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. And so it's James with it. He brings it up for Orlando. Outside Curry. Wembanyama, screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Curry's shot is off.
Well, you can tell he thinks he should have had that one. Even harder on him when he's got a good look like that and it doesn't.
Whoa! Antetokounmpo flying!
Impressive how in sync Giannis is with his squad, enabling them to set up a flashy alley-oop.
And a minute played as the second half gets going. Now, here is James. He's got 9. Back to Curry. Launches it. That falls. Nice feed that time from James. James has got his 4th assist in this one. Gilgeous-Alexander against James. SGA passes to Antetokounmpo. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Gets an open look and hits it. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 9 points.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Orlando calls timeout. And it's the Magic with the ball. James inside, defended by Pippen. The shot by James, no good. Chicago leading. Outside, SGA. Pass to Pippen, and here's Durant. Chicago passing it around. Outside, SGA. Another shot. That shot is good by O'Neal. And the Bulls lead by 3.
Assertive move. You can tell the game's heating up a bit.
James passes to Wembanyama. And once again, off the mark by Orlando. James against Gilgeous-Alexander. Durant for 3. That one is off. Magic trail by 3. Wembanyama with it. 5 points in the game. Pass to Curry. Just 4 to shoot. Outside Wembanyama. Off the mark there with a 3. Bulls leading by 3. Pippen, pass to Antetokounmpo. Down low. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And SGA throws it down.
Gilgeous-Alexander lifting off and hammering it down with all he's got.
Outside Curry. Let's go with a 3. Giannis with the rebound.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Back to Durant. James with a steal. It's a one-on-one situation. And he lobs it up to the rim. Durant finds SGA. Back to Durant. Lets the 3 fly. Oh, it's blocked by Wembanyama.
A block by Wembanyama, and he'll lead the league in that category numerous times when it's all said and done.
From deep, SGA. That's good. And so Durant with the assist. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 7 now in this quarter. Magic trail by 8. Now James. 9 points in the game, and looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
Yeah, and that's maybe something that should be called more. We see a lot of moving screens in today's NBA.
Here are the Bulls with the ball. They're on a 13-3 run. Outside Durant. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Antetokounmpo outside. A big-time flush by Giannis.
I mean, the size and athleticism of Giannis, arguably without precedent, an incredibly prolific finisher.
Curry passes to James. Orlando again missing.
The other team just looks more in sync and is riding the momentum.
Their body language does not look good right now. They're deflated and unable to stop this run.
Just 3 on the clock. Tries again. And here at the end of the third, it's a double-digit ball game. Bulls out in front, up 10. All right, we're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of quarter number 4 next. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
He's always near the top of the list for this honor. I mean, passes like these are his specialty.
Well, he's a consummate floor general, surveying the defense and delivering the pass on time and on target.
Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Giannis Antetokounmpo is out there with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Then there's Kevin Durant, and it's Pippen into the small forward position. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
And he just driving the stake in him there.
He's a guy who just never lets up.
Yeah, they're not pulling any punches here. Even the guards are attacking the basket.
Outside Curry. And here's James. Outside Wembanyama. Pass to Curry. 5 to shoot. It's deflected. And they'll keep possession. And he gets that one. And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. Gilgeous-Alexander on the wing. Checked by James. It's stolen by Leonard. Pass to Curry. Oh, he picked him clean. Here's SGA. And that one drops for him. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 11 points here in the second half. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for Chicago.
Well, all you can ask for is your guys to be really active on D, and they've been more than that tonight.
Well, they've also been impressive, forcing a ton of mistakes. Not only that, but converting those mistakes into points on the other end.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, during that last break, I heard the Magic coach as he addressed his team. Coach wanted his guys to ignore the scoreboard. He said, don't even look at the numbers. Just take it possession by possession, make every chance count, and we'll see where we stand at the end of this game. Back to you guys.
Thank you for that, Allie. Magic trail by 12. And a little over a minute and a half gone by in the fourth. Back to Curry. The 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from James. James has got assist number 5 here tonight. Curry's gone 5 of 9 shooting from the floor. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Oh, missed on the tray. Magic trail by 9. Wembanyama. Wemby putting on a show.
Yeah, Wembanyama fights for his bucket, using his size to get it done despite the foul.
First team foul. Shooting for Orlando, Wembanyama at the line for 1.
One shot.
generational talent. Wembanyama is an all-around player with incredible upside.
SGA against James. Pippen outside. Now Durant. Pippen outside. Fires away from outside. Wembanyama there for the rebound.
I know that he has the ability and confidence to sink that shot, but better luck next time, maybe.
Yeah, it's one of those heat check shots, and heat check is a synonym for bad shot.
James against Antetokounmpo, and stolen by Antetokounmpo. Pippen outside. O'Neal inside. Leonard's there. Leonard there for the rebound. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for Orlando. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points. Here's Curry. From deep. Curry rises up and hits the three.
And Steph relishes taking key shots. It's what he's out there to do.
James against Gilgeous-Alexander. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Oh, no good. Magic trail by 3. James with the ball. Durant covering. Doing what he does. LeBron.
Who else but LeBron could pull that off? Keeping his cool and delivering in the clutch.
Timeout Bulls. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 1:06 left in the fourth. Lays it in easily.
And they're still in front, but they desperately needed that hoop to sustain the advantage.
Chamberlain, second personal foul. First team foul. At the line for one, Shaquille O'Neal.
That and one is huge, making this now a 2-possession game.
Here's James. There's 49 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. Another steal. Here's the break. Durant takes it in. The bucket is good!
Oh, what a clutch performer. It's clear that Durant loves the spotlight and embraces that chance to take those huge shots.
Timeout. Magic. Given the situation here, what sort of strategy needs to be top of mind?
Searching for a fast bucket, then a way to stretch things out.
Yeah, and then they have to foul quickly and hope for some misses at the line.
Against Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Wembanyama. Yes, sir!
No fear in this young man. We're already getting a sense of Wembanyama's killer instinct.
And he commits the intentional foul.
LeBron James, second personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for two, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
So the first one drops, and that puts him up 5. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Hey, he made every one to put a little extra security around this lead.
Yeah, elevating his teammates with passes like this. LeBron is all about making his guys better.
And they need to stop the clock, so there's the foul.
Getting a little desperate at this stage. I mean, the clock's the big factor.
Third team foul. At the line for Chicago, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, taking 2 shots.
First free throw is good, and that puts him up 5. So he gets them both, and it's a 6-point ball game. And the Magic call time here. We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Turning here to our analyst. What elements become the primary keys at this point?
They need to answer fast.
Yeah, and if they can get a decent look from 3, that's the shot to take. Not a lot of time to work with.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Curry. Now James. Deflected. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Kawhi Leonard, second personal foul. 4th team foul. At the line for your Bulls, Kevin Durant, taking 2 shots.
2 shots.
He gets the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And so he drops them both, and it's an 8-point ball game. And they go to the intentional foul.
Will Chamberlain, 4th personal foul. 5th team foul. At the line for Chicago, Giannis Antetokounmpo, 2 shots.
He hits the first one, and that'll put him up by 9. And the second free throw, no good. Tough break there.
Would have been nice to drain them all, but he did enough to put this one in the bag.
This one belongs to Chicago. A competitive game. You have to feel like this crowd gave him a little extra edge.
Yeah, they really fed off the energy. You saw their activity level go up. Just a tremendous performance.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Grant Hill, Stan Van Gundy, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson signing off. And let's leave you with our player of the game, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
And it's going to be the Magic off the tip. Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Pippen. Then there's Shaquille O'Neal. Then it's Paul George. And it's Antetokounmpo in at the small forward. Now here's James. And the layup falls.
Good work on the block. I like when LeBron gets aggressive this close to the rim.
Pass to Pippen. Whoa, look out! Look out!
Wow, okay, I see you.
My goodness, that was absolutely filthy.
Oh, nasty. This building is stunned. He dug deep, Greg, into his bag of tricks there. Here's Wembanyama. Screened by James. And LeBron throws it down.
Making the smart choice there. Wembanyama's shot isn't there on the pick and roll, so he finds the open teammate.
And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Earlier, I spoke with Orlando's head coach. Our first topic of conversation, of course, facing Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He told me SGA is so hard to game plan for. He has incredible length for a point. He's too big for a guard, too quick for a wing. We have our work cut out for us. Guys, back to you.
We appreciate it, Allie. Thank you. Abdul-Jabbar finds Wembanyama. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. On the clock. KD's shot is off. And here's Giannis. He'll bring it up for Chicago. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Pippen. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. And the shot's good after hitting off the rim.
Well, this is why SGA is a focal point of this offense, because of that ability to score.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That's on Shaq. The Magic shooting their first free throws here for the night. And the first one at the line is good. He doesn't get the second one. Chicago with the ball. They trail by 1. Pass to Pippen. Back to George. Wide open look. It's Chicago with another bucket.
Quick decision right there from George, not giving the D any time to react.
Durant, the pass to LeBron. Outside for Wembanyama. Pippen with the steal. And here we go. The Bulls fast break. Here's Antetokounmpo. The shot's good on the assist by Pippen.
Well, that's why they're in front. Aggressive play at both ends. Nicely done.
And now the first timeout called here for the Magic.
Every timeout a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
I'm sure all of the above is in order, and you can never be too content.
On the court is your hype squad. Who wants a t-shirt?
KD dishes to Abdul-Jabbar. LeBron James on the wing. Just 5 to shoot. And it's Chicago with the rebound. How about this run, Craig, they're on right now? Wow.
I mean, they're just getting to their spots and executing, really keeping things simple.
Here's KD. It's blocked by Shaq.
And the aggressiveness on display here from O'Neal. Terrific at turning shots away with that size and length.
Getting another opportunity here to see that powerful rejection.
And right out of the gate, trying to set the tone defensively, you gotta love that energy.
There's 1:40 left in the first quarter of the game. Wembanyama outside. Kicks it out to James. And they get it back. Five to shoot. The Magic need to get a shot off here. Good on the triple.
No hesitation from the swing man. Durant has such confidence shooting off the catch. Tremendous.
Chicago with the ball. SGA feeling it out a bit. Goes up on the wing. Wembanyama with the rebound.
Now, I understand that that shot didn't go down, but they will take that look every trip down the floor.
James outside. Back to KD. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Durant's gotten just one of his 4 attempts from the floor tonight. And slam dunk by SGA.
And watch out for SGA going to the basket. He will put it on your head if you're not watching.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Floats it up for James. And that one's good by Chamberlain.
Great recognition of the mismatch, abusing the smaller defender, poor guy.
Wembanyama against Giannis. Shaq with a screen on Wembanyama. It's tipped. It's stolen by Abdul-Jabbar. All right, there's the horn. It's a close game at the end of one. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And guys, for the Magic, what jumps out to you so far, numbers-wise?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
When you're the more aggressive club, good things tend to happen. We'll see if they can maintain this level of intensity.
So on the floor for Chicago to start the second quarter. We've got George, Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Pippen. Then it's O'Neal. And it's Giannis in at the three.
And not much you can do defensively once the wing gets the ball in that close. Too much height, too much talent.
Here's George. No good there. Nice defense from KD. Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. Outside, KD. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. KD's got the lead up to 5 now for Orlando. Outside, George. Here's SGA. LeBron grabs the miss.
Great anticipation defensively. They were keyed in on him and ready to pounce.
KD passes to LeBron. Stolen by Pippen. To the inside. And George with the stuff.
And holding nothing back there. George gives the dunk his all.
Orlando leading by 3. Outside Durant. Over George. Here's Chamberlain, and Chamberlain with the stuff.
When he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for him.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
Yeah, you can feel Coach smiling on the sidelines with every offensive board. Flushing it on a much taller defender, that is just filthy.
And KD's got the ball here for the Magic. James outside. Oh, good with the triple.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Pass to Durant. Back to James. Durant kicks to James. Outside for Wembanyama. His three-pointers off the mark. Bulls trail by 3. George looking over the floor. That's good, and SGA with the assists. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 3 assists tonight. 1:52 left here in the second. George against Durant. Durant sets a screen for LeBron. And LeBron throws it down hard.
Oh, okay. I guess LeBron wanted that one to sting a little. He put a little extra on that one.
1:33 left now here in the second. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to George. And trying for the go-ahead basket, it doesn't go in. Pass to Durant. And there's the call on Giannis Antetokounmpo. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
.16 left to play here in the second quarter. James, the pass to Chamberlain. And Chamberlain with the stuff.
And LeBron James will outsmart you. He will open up things for other teammates with the pick and roll.
Pippen, the pass to Giannis. Takes the three. And James pulls it down. Magic leading by 4. Pass to KD. Back to James. Misses the three. 34 seconds left in the first half of the game. Back to SGA. 6 on the shot clock. The three. Mark that as his 5th miss in 7 shots. Here's Wembanyama. That one goes in. Now it's a 6-point Magic lead.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
And the last second attempt does not go in for him. The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. Magic lead by 6. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Nice game. Great performance by Wilt Chamberlain.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
The question now is, will the defense keep letting him punish them inside? Or did Coach have some new ideas for them?
We've got Durant. Abdul-Jabbar is out there with Chamberlain. And it's LeBron James. And it's Wembanyama in at the 3, the small forward. That's who's out there for Orlando.
And you know, George is a tough cover. The length, the range, smooth athlete, very difficult to match up with.
The Bulls shooting their first free throws of this game. The first free throw is good. And George drops them both.
No surprise there. He's about as automatic as it gets from the stripe. I hope I didn't jinx him.
James, the bounce pass. And here's KD for 3. And it's Antetokounmpo with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Bulls. 4-point game. Outside, SGA. Giannis passes to George. Over Wembanyama. Up again, and O'Neal is right there.
The strength of O'Neal is otherworldly.
Durant against George. Chamberlain with a screen on Pippen. Steps back. Back to KD. Pass to Wembanyama. Off target from three-point range. And stolen by James. LeBron. Oh,
Nice finish.
Yo, watch out. LeBron James on the break, honestly, I'm going to tell you the truth. Just get out of the way.
And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Bulls trail by 4. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to George. SGA sends a screen for George. Pocket 6. Big shot on the way, and he gets the jumper to drop. George has got 11.
And just a beast of a scorer. Give George these kinds of looks, and he typically knocks them down. Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander following the basket made by Wilt Chamberlain. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. KD's shot is off.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
Outside, George. That falls. Nice speed that time from Scottie Pippen.
Timeout.
Pippen's got his 5th assist in this one. Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over.
Get ready for your Magic Dancers.
Here is Durant. He's got 6. Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. Here's Wembanyama. Now here's LeBron, defended by Pippen. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's James. Nice D from Pippen.
Just enough resistance to force the miss. Barely. That's one he'll generally make.
And here's Giannis from outside. Orlando grabs the miss. KD's got 4 rebounds in this game. LeBron with a screen on George. KD dishes to LeBron. Oh, the strength of LeBron.
Yeah, just too much big boy basketball by LeBron James. Just bodying defenders inside.
Pass to Pippen. To Gilgeous-Alexander. Over LeBron. Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. Wembanyama passes to James. And Durant launches from deep. O'Neal with the rebound. Shaq's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Giannis outside. To the middle. O'Neal is double. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. O'Neal sends the screen for Gilgeous-Alexander. Wants to get it to Antetokounmpo and does. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. There's 31 seconds left in the third quarter. Abdul-Jabbar, a screen on Giannis. Durant against Antetokounmpo, launches it, and Shaq pulls it down. Shaq's got 6 rebounds in the game. To the inside, George. Good defense by Wembanyama. James looking it over. No good on the last second attempt there. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. It's the Magic. They lead by 3. We've got more in store for you right after this. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's an unguardable pass, flat out. Give him credit for possessing that type of vision.
We've reached the 4th quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. Taking a look at the Bulls, O'Neal is out there with Paul George. And then there's Antetokounmpo. Then there's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Pippen in at point guard. And here's Pippen after the three-pointer from KD. Pass to George. Jacks up a 3. Down goes basket number 6 for him this game. He's taken 12 shots and made half of them.
And that last 3 must have bothered George a little bit. He goes to the arc with a purpose and fires off his head.
3-ball. LeBron James.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Pass to George from downtown. Good. And it's Giannis picking up the assist. George has got 6 here in this quarter.
And all of a sudden, that 3 puts them in striking distance, guys. He's had that shot working all night.
And I bet he's thinking that he could close the gap completely if he can keep those 3s coming.
Continuing to impress as a playmaker. George's ability to facilitate an offense is one of his many strengths.
Now here's James. James with a powerful jam.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, G.A., the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
Yeah, you like the pick to set up the open shot. But when it leads to a dunk, okay, even better, we'll take it.
You like to see Giannis hitting those, but you'll live with that if you're the defense.
James sets the screen for KD. LeBron left side. And the call will be against Scottie Pippen. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Now Wembanyama. Wembanyama going to town inside.
And few defenders to ever play in this league have the ability to slow Wembanyama inside.
Antetokounmpo outside. Here's George. Shot clock at 6. Shoots. Rebounded by Abdul-Jabbar.
Not that time, but that's a shot that he's going to make more oftentimes than not.
And it's Paul George with the foul. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
It's Abdul-Jabbar, high post. Antetokounmpo's there. Chamberlain a screen. 5 on the clock. Now Durant from outside. Kevin Durant, bullseye. Money on the three.
They needed points, and KD comes through. Who else did you expect?
And get the three.
It's kind of a Hail Mary there. That's the mark of desperation.
Abdul-Jabbar looking over the floor. Chamberlain down low. Defended by Pippen. And so it's Pippen with it. He brings it up for the Bulls. Trailing by 5. Abdul-Jabbar against Antetokounmpo. O'Neal sets the screen for Giannis. And stolen by LeBron. And even 3-on-3 break. Durant, it's good.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
Yeah, you got to know where he is at all times, especially when he's roaming around the perimeter ready to fire.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
Here's LeBron. And so they foul intentionally.
Scottie Pippen. Second personal foul. Third team foul.
And they double up James. A great pass leads him right to the rack.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
No let up with these guys. They're going for the throat now.
Chicago calls timeout. They're down by 8. What do you think Coach's focus is going to be here?
And you know what? They're not ready to give up yet. They'll try to intentionally foul if they can get a quick loop.
Now onto the Antetokounmpo. There's 31 seconds left in the fourth quarter. O'Neal. Shaq controls in the paint.
It's just hard guarding O'Neal in general, but when he's working in the pick and roll, it's almost impossible.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Fourth team foul.
At the line for Orlando, Kevin Durant. 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
Good on the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
Such a unique player. Kevin Durant, pure shooter, incredibly skilled, all at nearly 7 feet tall.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's an 8-point game.
I think it's safe to call this one a wrap.
Yeah, they fought as hard as they could. Just wasn't in the cards tonight.
So it's Orlando winning this one. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. I think they built off that edge of being here and playing with just a little more confidence than their opponent.
And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Richard Jefferson, and Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks so much for joining us on this presentation from 2K Sports. But as we go, let's take a look at our player of the game, Kevin Durant.